Heyo, my name is Minishadow and welcome to a beginner's guide to Genfanad. Once you've completed the tutorial, you're thrown into Nooblandia with the freedom to do whatever you'd like. So, where can we go and what can we do? This guide will answer that by focusing on three different categories: the basics, combat, and food. By the time you're finished with this video, you'll have a better understanding on how to play and what's possible in the starting area. If you haven't already, I suggest grabbing the beginner tools off of the table located outside of the tutorial. Once you have these, let's ground ourselves by heading to our first bank so we have a place to explore from. By heading north out of the beginning town, we will leave Scent and head towards Zamok. If you direct your eyes down to the mini-map, you can see that you can adjust it by the minus and plus symbols on your keyboard. Alright, this here is Zamok, and the bank is right over here in the back. There's a lot to do in the surrounding area of Zamok and Scent, so now that we have access to a bank, we can safely ground ourselves and start to branch out from this area and explore our surroundings. Opening the bank, we have access to, all of our items that we've stored. We can deposit and withdraw one at a time by simply clicking on an item. We can also withdraw an entire stack by shift-clicking it, but this game's version of noded items come in the form of scripts. So if you right-click an item, you can then click on script, and you will withdraw one piece of paper that is worth 5 of an item. And you can trade these to another player to make it easier, or redeem scripts into your bank itself. Now, keep in mind that the gold has to be in your bank in order to withdraw, or in order to create or deposit scripts. It can't be in your inventory. Before moving out, there's a few fun things we can do with our chat box, like right-click these tabs to mute them. When your chat box isn't active, you can also press R to quick reply to your last whisper. You can also type in the chat box with the @ symbol and then a color followed by an @ symbol to close it, and text to write in different colors. There's a few nice options to check out in the settings. If you click on the gear in the bottom right hand of your screen and scroll down, you'll see the option for chat timestamps or, show or remove rooftops. It's completely up to you what you choose. I'm gonna remove rooftops for now. Sorry, Elior. There are crafting stations scattered throughout the entire game. Some of them are closer to a bank than others, making them faster or better to use. For example, the cooking range here in Zamok is the closest one to a bank. There's also a prep table nearby, but it's further away from the bank than the one in Coin, for example. Some crafting stations also require a quest to use, like the anvils here in Zamok. They require the completion of royal distractions in order to be unlocked. Now that we have the basics down, let's switch gears to combat and get ourselves outfitted with the best melee gear we can use at the start of the game. Returning to Scent by running south, we can buy a full set of armor from Corden and a weapon from Jordan. Corden is over here on the east side of town, and Jordan is on the other side of this market here on the west. We're going to pick up this beginner level sword here and show you how to upgrade it. Over here to the east, you'll find some scrap metal spawns, and it takes roughly about 6-7 minutes to fully upgrade the beginner level gear with these scrap metal to +2. You can simply bounce back and forth between these two spawns for a few full inventories to fully upgrade. Now that we have some scrap, we can return back to the anvil area where Jordan was. There's also a butcher table here. But yeah, we can interact with Jen inside of this room, and she will take care of our upgrades. And yeah, we just simply click on make one. And you can do that for +1 and +2. Now, this mechanic does not carry over to other armors, so you cannot get +2 bronze or iron, for example. If you don't have enough gold to buy or upgrade your gear, that's okay. We can solve that issue while making food to train combat with. On the west side ascent, you'll find some level 1 chickens. We can start by killing these and taking them to the butcher table for some meat and feathers. We'll want to cook and sell the meat for some gold to upgrade our gear and bank it if we don't. Also, as you can see there's another cooking range in Scent. Here are the level 1 chickens. We're just gonna gather a couple of these. Picking up the departed chickens, now we can run them over to the butcher table to chop them up for meat and feathers. Now, it's entirely up to you how you do this process. If you want to gather all of your chickens or all of your potatoes or whatever animal that you're using to make food out of, or you can do it as you need it or as you go. It's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you the process. Here is Fern, the general store. This is where you will vendor or sell all of your unnecessary items. You can also pick up a knife and a butcher's knife here. Now that we're at the butcher table, we're going to chop up these few chickens. You may notice that you get some lean and fatty meat as well as some regular meat. I'll explain that in a little bit. Returning to Zamok by running north, we are going to make some plates next. Let's chop some trees here. We're going to need a couple pieces of wood to make some buckets. So after chopping some trees, use your knife on a log and then make some empty buckets. And then thankfully right here in Zamok, we have a fountain. We can click on that and fill our buckets of water. Once we have these, just north of Zamok is a mine. We can gather some clay over here. With our freshly made and filled buckets, we can use them on the clay to wet it, and then we can take this wet clay to the pottery wheel found in Scent, which is south again of Zamok. Just outside of the building with the pottery wheel in it are some potatoes. This is our third and last ingredient, so we can pick a few of these. And then head inside and fire or spin our plate. Running back north to Zamok is the kiln to fire our plates, and then we can also cook our potato and chicken on the range there as well. Simply just click on the kiln and fire the 3. These plates are stackable, which is really nice. And then just to the south is the range here. Again, we're going to cook our potatoes and chicken. Alright, with the 3 final ingredients in hand, we can finally take them to a prep table to complete our plated food. The prep table located between Sent and Zamok is not the closest one to a bank. Like I said, the closest one is located in Coin, but you can use this one for a few pieces of food here and there. That's not a big deal. So yeah, click on the prep table and add the chicken, potato, and plate, and then you'll have the option here to make either normal food, lean, or fatty. Now, the difference between lean and fatty depends on which stat is higher, either defense or strength. It will heal you a slightly bit more depending on your level. So for example, if your defense is higher than your strength, you will gain more healing from eating a lean piece of food. Or if your strength is higher than your defense, then you'll want to eat fatty food because it heals you for more. Or you can just cook the normal food and you don't have to worry about having any stats. It will heal you for slightly less, but there will be no restriction. All right, that about covers it. If there's anything else that I've missed, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I will try and add anything if I forgot it in there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check me out over on Twitch. I'll catch you guys later.